I like never drink red wine on film anymore because I'm trying to avoid wine teeth, but this is all I have in the house. So you might just have to put up with my wine teeth. You might just. I've talked about this so many times, but this is my favorite red wine right now. It's such a good price point. I think I pay like $12 or $13 for this. This is the Bogle Petite Syrah. This tastes like an expensive ass bottle of smooth red wine. It goes with literally everything. It's so drinkable. I really cannot remember if I have ever, in the entirety of my time on YouTube, done a video dedicated solely to foundations. And if I ever did it, I did it like once. So that's what we're here to do today. I'm going through my top foundations and the primers that go with them, and I think just make application so incredibly flawless and so easy. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Cate the Great Beauty. I am an exclusively pro-choice influencer, which means that I only feature products from brands that are loudly and proudly pro-choice. If that's something that's important to you, definitely head over to my Instagram. I always keep my pro-choice beauty brand list there. It is a pin post. You can screenshot it and keep it with you on your phone for easy reference. There was a time before Roe v. Wade was overturned and I went pro-choice with my content where I just had like way too much product. I'm gonna be honest, like I was wading through product and I felt like I couldn't really give everything its due, and I couldn't really get, really focused on certain products because I just had too much product, really. And it really has been a blessing in disguise because it's whittled down my collection in a huge way. And then I've had, the opportunity to actually focus my attention on a fewer amount of products and get to know them better. I feel like finding a perfect foundation is like finding the perfect pair of jeans, right? Like it's so specific, it's so personal, and I do feel like I have something here for everyone. I really do have a really nice range of formulas and coverage. I feel like people are a little bit confused about, confused about primers, if I'm being honest. And it is kind of confusing because there's so many different kinds, right? You've got pore filling primers, you've got mattifying primers, you've got glowy primers. I tend to focus on primers that are basically skincare in disguise, if not just absolutely 100% skincare. Priming your skin, you're essentially prepping your skin. That's all priming your skin means. And it really can make a huge difference in how your foundation and concealer and all of your makeup applies. So the first primer I want to talk about is 100% skincare, but it makes a fabulous primer. So this is the Dew Air Angel. It is a hydrating gel cream. This is a lighter, a little bit less dewy, a little bit more matte. I hate to say matte because I feel like that sounds so extreme, like it's matte and it's dry. No. So that's what the Air Angel looks like, but this isn't as dewy as a formula. So if you like more of a natural finish to your moisturizers, just in general, you're gonna love this. It's a really nice, juicy, light layer. This is a barrier repair complex. It has moisture complex. It has collagen amino acids. When I tell you that makeup grips to this like an absolute dream. Charlotte Parler, who is one of the founders of Dew, actually had makeup artists at Fashion Week in New York City try this on their models underneath their makeup, and these makeup artists were blown away about how beautifully this wore underneath makeup. I really don't understand why more people aren't getting on the Dew train. I feel like it's kind of like surprisingly underhyped. I'm showing you primers in combination with foundations that have never done me wrong, because I absolutely have had foundations where I just have bad days with them, you know what I mean? Or I use the wrong kind of primer with them and then it doesn't set well over it, and then it's kind of like laying on top of my skin and it doesn't look like my second skin, and I'm just like not having that. All of the products I'm showing you, that is just not going to happen with these products. The second primer I want to talk about is the Merit Great Skin. I mean, everyone is talking about this. Again, this is skincare. I really do feel like if you take really good care of your skin and have your skin nice and hydrated before you go in with makeup, you're pretty much always going to have a superior looking face of makeup. The Great Skin is just another way, another formula that's gonna get you there. I believe this is my third or fourth bottle, and it is a very runny, watery serum. It definitely feels like an essence, but with like just like a little bit of a facial oil quality to it. And the third primer, which is last but absolutely not least, is the In Beauty Project Face Glaze Skin Barrier Veil. I think I have like one use left of this and then I have a backup waiting for me. So this is a primer slash glow product that also has really legit skincare in it. I would say out of all three primers I'm showing you, this one is probably the most cushiony. It's definitely in competition with this because the Air Angel is also like beautifully cushiony. This has vegan squalane, ceramides, and hyaluronic acid in it. And what makes this different from the other primers I've shown you is, like I said, it is a glow product. So you can really actually see that there's quite a good amount of natural glow there. Oh God, it looks so beautiful and natural. This really gives you that soft, focused glow, that kind of red carpet, oh my God, you know, what facial did you get kind of glow. It's also a fantastic product just to use if you're not wearing makeup. It really does kind of like put that filtered glaze over your skin and just make you look healthy and radiant. And again, it's not that there's like a tack to this, like a stickiness whatsoever, but there is just this beautiful grip to it, and the makeup just adheres so gorgeously. And before I jump into foundation, I always want to remind you that everything I'm talking about here today is going to be linked down below in the description box. Okay, now what we've all been waiting for, moving on to foundation. And I'm going to start with the foundation that I'm wearing on my face right now. This is the Merit Minimalist Stick, and it has quickly become my current favorite foundation. And I must tell you, this is my favorite stick foundation I've ever used in my entire life. Bold statements are being made, but I'm so for real. And I know that stick foundation scares a lot of people off, but if you're taking good care of your skin and you're using one of these primers that I suggested to you, this is going to go on gorgeously. This is a bit of a departure for me in terms of foundation because I generally gravitate toward dewier foundations, liquid foundations. So this really surprised me, honestly. When I really started falling in love with this is when I finally understood how to prep my skin and the importance of that before going in with this. You really don't have to be precious about this or careful. Literally just put your primer on, say it's the Merit Great Skin. You can go in right over the top of that with your Merit Minimalist Stick. That is really going to give you the best application because this is going to smooth out beautifully that way. I will tell you, I prefer to use a beauty blender with all of my foundations. I have a lot of really nice brushes. I like brushes, but I just find that I just can't beat the application I get with a beauty blender. It just gives me that like really natural, flawless, perfectly blended in face of makeup. This is a satin finish foundation. So what I mean by that is it's not going to be the dewiest foundation ever. It really is like a nice Goldilocks foundation. It's so nice and creamy. And the other thing I love about this is that it looks gorgeous in life, but it also looks great on camera and in pictures. I love dewy foundations, and I'm not saying they don't look pretty on camera because they absolutely do and they absolutely can. But there's just something about this satin finish that just like really ups the ante when it comes to being photographed or on camera. So that's why this is number one for me. It just wins out because it always looks like my best face. If you guys are interested in trying Merit, I always have my collection with Merit. It's my Cate's favorites. That's linked down below as well. It's my 6 favorite products from Merit, and if you get them in my collection, you actually get 15% off of your purchase. So if you are looking to try Merit, that's a great way to do it and get a discount on all my faves. Okay, next I'm moving on to something that might surprise people because I know this isn't necessarily seen as solely a foundation, but I have used it as such ever since I started using the Glossier Stretch Concealer. This is my second jar of this, and that's really saying a lot because I use this a lot, and I've used it since 2017, and 2 jars has taken me all the way to 2024. On days when I don't have time for makeup, I don't really want to wear makeup, this is what I go for, and I literally just spot conceal and just use this as an overall base. It's a 2-in-1 situation, as is the Merit Minimalist Stick as well. When comparing this to the Minimalist Stick, this is definitely way creamier, way dewier. It really does have a magical stretch quality about it. The Stretch Concealer is such a good name for it. And I will tell you, I'm sure people are gonna ask, have you tried the Glossier Stretch Foundation? And no, I haven't. I haven't because I watched some reviews and I've listened to a couple of people I trusted and they're like, I don't think you're gonna like this. Because I really wanted it to basically be just a version of the concealer, but from what I've seen, it's not. And honestly, I would just rather use this as a base itself. The shades are incredibly forgiving because it does have that beautiful stretch quality across the skin. And there is nothing that blends in easier than the Glossier Stretch Concealer. There just isn't. I also just throw this in my bag with me, and you know, I'll blow my nose a lot during the day, and I'll kind of like have my makeup wear off around my nose specifically. This is such a quick and easy solve for that. Like, I literally just dip my finger in, go like that, boop, boop, and then just blend it out and I'm done. It's so good. Again, another product that I think people maybe only see as a concealer, but it really is more than that, and it can be used to just kind of like polish your face is the best way I can say it. I do apply this with a sponge, but I will say this is a product that I don't mind applying with my fingers because it just blends out that easily. And then my third recommendation is a foundation that I don't have with me here, and it's not going to surprise anyone. It is the Say Glowy Super Skin Hydro Bounce Foundation. I don't have it with me because I just used up my bottle, so I'm going to put a screenshot up on the screen, but you best believe I'm going to be getting another bottle of this because this was my favorite liquid foundation of 2023. This is my skin, but better. And when we compare it to something like the Merit Minimalist Stick, the Say is obviously a liquid foundation. It is very glowy, it is very dewy, it is very hydrating. So if that is up your alley and that speaks to your soul, you're going to love that foundation. And that, again, is just another foundation that I just don't have a bad day with. So for the foundations, we've got a stick, we've got the liquid foundation with the Say, and then we've got kind of like a balm-like formula with the Glossier Stretch Concealer. They're all different, but I love them all equally. They all give me my skin but better with minimal effort. Okay guys, I know this was kind of a quick and dirty video, but I hope it was helpful because I really do get a lot of questions about foundation, and it's oftentimes, you know, kind of hard to articulate all of these things in a comment section. So I thought I would just get real specific and lay it out in a video for you guys. Happy 2024, and thank you for joining me for this video. As always, you guys are the best. Stay safe out there, and cheers till next time.